welcome to day 6 on the Appalachian Trail. It's an absolutely beautiful morning. It was about 44 degrees this morning and we slept, got down to about 42, but we were cozy. This is a beautiful creek that I camped next to last night and was our water source for everybody here at camp. And since everybody's gone, well, not everybody, but there's some people up on the hill that are still packing up, but I wanted to show you what a typical shelter looks like on the Appalachian Trail. I haven't stayed in one yet on this trip. I've been camping outside the shelter, but it's just a building like that. Sometimes there's 2 floors and a ladder to get up, and people just lay their sleeping bags down and their mats down and they spend the night there, which is a nice option if it's raining. And then usually there's a picnic table, and last night they had a nice fire going in the pit, and there's always a water source, which this water source is the creek. I don't know if you can see it, but I got to hear it all night. And then I'm not going to take you to it, but up this path is where the privy is. And the privy is just a toilet, basically. And so where Micah is right now is where I camped last night, next to another young woman who is through hiking as well. So Micah looks like he's ready to go, and we're going to march on. We have about 10 or 11 miles today to Unicoi Gap, and then I have a reservation at a hostel called Around the Bend, which is a very iconic hostel on the AT. I'm going to spend the night there and then hike for another 2 days, and then Friday I'm trying to get reservations to stay at another hostel or a B&B because it's supposed to be thunderstorms. And the buzz around here is get off trail for Friday and maybe Saturday, so I'm going to respect the buzz. All right, we'll see you up the trail. Good morning, and it's still day 6. It's the morning. Finally left camp, and we're walking to Unicoi Gap, or hiking to Unicoi Gap. As you can see, it's absolutely another beautiful day. It's probably going to get into the 70s today, and slept great in my tent last night. Woke up actually fell asleep to the sound of the owls, and it was very, very soothing. It's so calm. It's the first time on this hike so far that I am in short sleeves. Woohoo! And don't worry, Dr. Tom, I have sunblock all over me, so don't worry. But I'm on a ridge right now, and I'm going to turn this around so you can see how beautiful. And here we go. Mountain Laurel all to the left of me. So cool. We don't get that back home. And mountains to the right of me. Perfect spot for lunch. Micah's going to have a little pack break, and he just had a treat. And for lunch for me is sun-dried tomato, tuna on a tortilla. I just kind of dump that in, roll that up, and eat it. And Micah gets to lick the package of the tuna because he loves it. Just wait. Just a minute. Voila. Lunch. Lunch on trail.